Hi, my name is Ahmed with Total Concrete and Paving. I'm based in Riverside, California. I'm doing this video as a testimony of for Peak Growth AI. They're real, their leads are legit, and I'm really happy with them. I've been working with them for almost a month and a half now, and the change is amazing. All the leads are there. They giving me are legit. They answer my call, and then I've been doing estimates no non-stopping since I got the leads from them. Um, this is just a real testimony for peak growth AI.
All right, there we go. I think this video is gonna be kind of like a voiceover type of thing, type of video. Yeah. So one of my concrete contractors closed around $34,000 in just about a week and a half. This guy does concrete, so I'm gonna put his little testimonial video up here too. But yeah, it's literally been a week and a half, and he closed almost $34,000 in added revenue in just about a week and a half, right? And before we kind of continue on with this guy has been doing, just the average stuff. And mind you, I'm gonna use this whiteboard over here, just so we can, I don't know, ignore the shitty handwriting or whatever. But yeah, this faster. Okay, that's how I'm gonna clear the board. But yeah, literally in just a week and a half, that's what he closed, right? And the reason why I say this because he's been literally doing Angie's. I think I'm doing most of you and G's, yeah, Angie's referrals. Ignore the handwriting, bro. Referrals. What else? Like I think he did like next door, forgot the T. Yeah, so he's literally been doing Angie's referrals and next doors for literally his whole life, being a concrete contractor. Now, here's why this is important because yeah, some months with this, everything was going good. He was having high months, everything, but then things just start to just go stagnant and just plateau, stagnant, plateau, and it slowly just went like this. Boo, do. Sometimes he would make, 30K here, and then another 50K here, but then he would drop down to 20K. Go up, down, like with his revenue. And that's not what we want to. If you're trying to run a proper business, you need to be scaling predictably. If you want to go, you can't. You might have little drops right here, little drops right here, but you always want to be going up on the grand scheme of things, right? And that's the problem, guys. That's literally the problem. Ahmed was doing what most contractors do, Angie's, referrals, word of mouth, but it's slow and it's inconsistent. There's no actual, like, you need a foundation built around, right? If you don't have a foundation and you're just kind of like eyeballing things here, eyeballing things, like, you're gonna fuck yourself, like, in the long run. Like, I'm serious. You're literally just gonna fuck yourself in the long run. He was bouncing between neighborhoods, talking to people who didn't answer. Like, bro, this guy would literally. This is a neighborhood. Houses over here. Houses over here. Houses. You go to estimate to estimate to estimate to estimate to estimate. One, two, three, four, five estimates. Like half of them would just be like, think about it, and he'd wonder why. Why is this the case? Why is this the case? Why is the case? Why is that happening? Is this my prices? What's going on? Right? He wanted to scale. He had people ready. He had the crews. He had the skills. He had the quality of, bro. His work is really good. That's another thing. Like, the quality of your work, it doesn't matter. It's just getting in front of the right audience. Not so. See, this is another thing. A lot of you think, oh yeah, if I just get a bunch of views, like you could buy like fucking magazines. I'm gonna write his name, Ahmed. Bear with me, Med. Right? Buy magazines, distribute it everywhere. And these are all the people in your area, right? These are all the people. There's like, let's just say 2 mil population, right? Population. let's just say there's a 2 million population. Yeah, you could go magazine, magazine, magazine here, magazine here, magazine here, card here, business card, 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 everywhere, right? But you could show as many people and tell as many people as you want about your work, right? But it's not going to lead in higher conversions. You know why? Because all those people you're showing your work to, they don't really need or want, or they want, but now they think the driveway is going to cost like 2K or 3K when it actually costs like 7K, right? So when Ahmed shows up, he's like, oh, let me just make a proper guy here. When he shows up, right, and he's like, oh, it's gonna be 7K. The guy's gonna be like, what the fuck? 7K? He's gonna be like, no, I need to think. You know why you got that? Because there's no pipeline to get these guys warmed up. You need to make sure they're warmed up. They need to know what they're getting themselves into and what it's roughly going to cost before you just start throwing around prices. And they need to have a proper sense of what's going on with their product. You know, he's heard things about Yelp. He's heard things about Home Advisor. Same story that everyone else charged him for leads, but they didn't convert. You know, tire kickers, price shoppers, not serious people. What you need is serious people. Fuck, I can't fuck this, whatever, bro. If I can't spell whatever, people. Right? That's what you need. And this is what we helped Ahmed get in front of. He needs to get in front of serious people, right? Not like people that aren't like 50% serious about. No, this is not the people you. No, this is not what you want to do. You don't want to go over here. You want serious people. So when we connected Ahmed to the proper people, that's when it was skeptical. Before we did, he was skeptical because, look, I know there's a bunch of agencies out there, a bunch of marketing companies out there, but the mindset is another thing, because at the end of the day, this is business, right? And nothing is guaranteed in business. If you're a business owner looking for guarantees, you shouldn't even be in business, because business itself is a risk, but it's also calculated risks, and that's what Ahmed took. He took a calculated risk on his business, right? So what we kind of do is we have Meta right here, right? And let's just say we have this 2 mil population right here right now, right? This whole system kind of works, right? This is Ahmed. This is his 2 mil population right here, right? 2 mil. And then, no, actually this is Meta, right? So Meta feeds, everyone wants to use Facebook and Instagram, right? Boom, boom, boom. Everyone's using it. It's feeding it data, right? It's feeding meta data. All these people in the Ahmed's area, it's feeding metadata. Now what we do is we run it through a process right here. Let me change the color so you guys can kind of see this. What color should we use? All right, so oh shit, no, we don't want to do that. Let's change the color. So now we run it through AI, through our AI system right here. I think someone's blowing up my phone. We run it through our AI system right here. So now all this data, we're not putting Ahmed in front of this 2 million population. We're not just blasting Ahmed to the whole state, because, again, we want our spend to go in the right area. We want our spend to go in the right area without people messing up, without basically burning money. We want it to go to the right here. So say we have a serious people here, a serious person here, a serious person here. All these guys in Ahmed's area, they're serious buyers, but Ahmed doesn't know that, because most contractors, what they do is they try to distribute it throughout everywhere. So all these little guys in his area, these are all serious people. All these little guys. So what we do, according to the data that we get from Meta, that's from this entire population, we run it through our AI and we see, okay, who is serious? We run it. So let's see what the data matches, right? So it matches him, this guy, it matches this guy right here, this guy right here, this guy right here. So it's a lot more efficient. We're not just showing your ad to people who half-ass want it. See, and we're only showing it to people who like are low key kind of serious and they want to get it done, right? They kind of want to get it done, and we just need to get Ahmed in front of those people. That is what we do different over here at Peak Growth AI, right? Once we get those people, right? Once we get those people, we put them in a box, right? So these are all boxes of serious people. We collect their contact information, and we put them through a qualification process. Now, just because they're serious and our AI has targeted them, we don't want to just send Ahmed because we want the highest conversion rates on his project. We don't just want to here's Ahmed, right? Boom. Let me just draw him. We don't just want to just send it straight to him because then we want to make sure he actually closes these jobs that he gets because we want him to get money, right? That's the whole point. We want Ahmed to get some money, right? We want his business to go up, right? So we qualify every single guy we send to Ahmed, and that's how he's gonna start generating revenue. And that is what we do here at Peak Growth AI. They qualify. We put them through a qualification funnel, like literally a whole process to make sure when Ahmed reaches the client and the prospect, he has the highest conversion rate. So all he needs to do is kind of show them what they want, how they want to get done, and the AI just disqualifies them, and we don't waste with time, right? The second thing, when we target these people, we build trust in such a way that Ahmed is like, okay, these guys want to work with him because they've seen his past work, past reviews, past stuff, all of that. So they look at Ahmed and they look at his work before they even see him, and they're like, hey, I trust this guy. And we do it in such a process where once we qualify them, we put them through a warm process to make sure these guys are serious, and that's when we send them over to him, right? So that is the main thing that got him to $34,000 in about a week and a half. So when people see that, they stop, they read, they don't just read, they get qualified, and then it builds trust, right? So that the information is there, the budget is there, timeline is there, everything's there. So there's nothing, it's all calculated. There's nothing like we're guessing. There's no guesswork involved in this, right? So this could literally be you in your first week of starting this whole thing, but that's the problem. You guys don't actually qualify properly, and you just blast the entire state, and that's a problem, right? If you have the proper qualification system, if you have the proper qualification funnel, this could literally be you, right? Let me just clean up the board because there's a whole lot of stuff, right? That is kind of how we booked Ahmed, and we got him to that revenue, right? So that is how these appointments starts coming in, and by the end of the week, he's already sitting at around a week and a half. He's already sitting at 34K, right? 34K, boom, right here, right? So, and here's what Ahmed told me. It's legit. I'm gonna put the testimony. I'm gonna just clip it in right here, but he's only going to people not just shopping for the cheapest price because, and again, Ahmed doesn't want to just do cheap work. He wants people that do quality work, but people that want to get it done. So this is not just telling me. This is just me telling you that Ahmed spent around years. I don't know how long his business, but it's been years doing the same bullshit that everyone else does. Thumbtack, Nextdoor, Yelp. But the only change he had was a proper pipeline and system, right? That's the only difference, right? And once he had that proper pipeline and proper infrastructure in his business, then it started to take off. So it's not the quality of work, it's not the crew that he changed. It's literally the visibility, the qualification, and the pipeline in his funnel, and that was consistent. So now Ahmed is able to scale from a predictable way. First he went from being invisible to now visible, but only visible to the right people in his area. Second, he went from talking to everyone to talking to people who can actually afford him and that are ready to start and not waste his time. That is the funnel. See, instead of chasing prospects are coming to him and they're pre-qualified, so his close rate is way higher than it was normally because they're actually being warmed up before he's even going there, right? And I know some of you guys do door knocking or whatever, but that's just straight cold people, bro. You don't even know if they want to get it done. You're just trying to push them into getting it done. That's not the way that we kind of go about things. So, now some of you are thinking, yeah, this sounds expensive. There's all type of things that go into it. I'm not ready to invest. I don't want to take the risk. But yeah, every single person that we hop on a call with, we audit their situation. So it's not there's no same price, no cookie cutter price for everyone. We tailor everything to what our prospects want and need. The money was not the issue. The issue is that you're invisible right now, and the invisible contractors do not close deals, right? So yeah, I just wanted to make this quick little video right here so you guys can kind of get a rough understanding on what we did for Ahmed and how we kind of changed his business around. And if you're ready to see what's possible, if you're tired of doing door knocking or trying all these other platforms, this is what we can do for you. We can go ahead and book a strategy call below so we can dive deep and discuss what's actually possible for your business. We're not. It's not no pressuring thing, no pitch. It's just calculating what you're doing right now. We're gonna show you what's wrong, and then it's up to you if you want to make that decision to turn your business around, right? So go ahead, book that link. Click that link in the below in the description. Go ahead and book that call with me, and so we can audit your entire situation and see what's going wrong, and then from there, we can take your business to the next level. So if you're in any home improvement contractor, anything, decking, fencing, whatever you guys do, go ahead and book that call. We can see if this is something you're able to handle these jobs, and we'll see if we're a good fit, and we'll audit your whole situation and see how we can take you to the next level. But with that being said, boys, I'm gonna see you guys in another video. I just wanted to make this quick little one.